Vlogs, and it's prediction time, Keane. Weekends football. It's great to have it back. We're going to have a bit of a competition as well. So it's 1 point for the correct result and 3 points for the correct scoreline. So this is going to be interesting when we do our review on Monday. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. We'll start off in the first division anyway. So Galway United and Cabinteely.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight enough game. You know, I think every game is going to be tight the weekend. We don't know what to expect. But I think Cabo will go a long way to get a result. I'm going to say a score draw for that one. I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1. All right, I've gone for Galway in this one. I just have a feeling Galway are going to pinch this 1-0. Not really sure why, because if Cabo can get a result here, it'll really cement them as a team that can really challenge for promotion. But I don't know, Galway are home. I know there's no fans, but I still think it makes a bit of a difference. You still have to travel, don't you, and that kind of thing. So I'm going for Galway. I don't know if it's an upset, but it might surprise a few people. So Galway 1-0 for me. On to Bray and Cove, Cian.
I can't really see past Bray not winning this one. I think they have the squad, they have the players. There should be no reason why Bray can't win the game at home, especially. I'm going to say 2-0 Bray, comfortable enough.
2-0 Bray, comfortable enough. I've got 2-1 Bray. I think Cove can be sticky enough, but as you say, I think Bray are very difficult to beat at the Carlisle grounds. I think they might have that extra bit of firepower, like Gary Shaw we've talked before. They brought in Callum Thompson and players like that. Cove have done quite well in their games. They put up a good show at home to Drogheda.
Yeah.
It's 2-0, but Cove had a man sent off at 1-0 and Drogheda scored a penalty with 5 minutes to go or something like that. So, yeah, it's an interesting one, but I'll go for Bray as well, but by the bare minimum at 2-1. I was going to say Shamrock Rovers, but Rovers B against Drogheda. I think that one's on Sunday, actually. But
yeah, I can't say past Drogheda in this one now. I think Drogheda will comfortably win it. I wouldn't say comfortably. Look, I wouldn't say. I'm gonna go with 3-0 Drogheda, I'd say, and that'd be, you know, they have the firepower, they have the squad. I can't see them not winning it in any way.
I've gone 2-0 Drogheda, so we're in the same ballpark there. I think with Rovers B as well, you're not really sure what kind of 11 they put out, because I noticed in their first couple of games they had kind of different teams. A lot of the games are 4 or 5 different players, so they're kind of transferring a lot between the first team and the second team. Like Dean Williams could play as an example, where it's very possible, we don't know. And if he plays a couple of games, it obviously gives them a bit of a leg up. And they have a few other players as well. They have a good centre back. I can't pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try it. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I got 2-0 Rovers for me. Drogheda have the squad. The 5 subs might be a help for them as well. And Chris Lyons, Odiemo, and players of that. Mark Doyle, they've got a good list of players, attacking players there, haven't they? UCD and Longford Town. Now, I'm not sure if no fans makes a difference in this one at the Belfield Bowl.
It's going to be a tight game, this now. It's probably, for me, it's probably a standout fixture in the league this week. 2 teams that play football, 2 teams that will go out looking to win the game. I'm excited about this game. I'm going to say Longford 1-0. It's going to be tight either way.
Yeah, I've actually gone for Longford 2-0, even though I kind of agree with you, because I think with UCD, I think if things go wrong, they kind of they collapse. They've shown signs of that they do collapse in the last few years. They've had some heavy beatings and that. I watched them against Drogheda earlier on in the season, and it was 4-0 after 18 minutes for Drogheda. If they got the first goal in this game, they could well win the game. They're literally that type of team, aren't they? And they do have good players. Madej up front looks very good to me. Good goal scorer, can hold up the ball, agile as well. Kerrigan, Doyle, players of that in midfield, but I just feel Longford's extra bit of experience, extra bit of quality, it'll probably do it. But at the same time, I wouldn't be shocked to see UCD get a win. But like yourself, I'm kind of going for Longford. I think if they get the first goal, they might get a second one reasonably quickly, and that might be enough for them. So 2-0 I've gone for there. The final one, the first division, is Athlone Town at home to Wexford FC.
No, that's going to be a game, I think. It's either going to be a tight game or it's going to be a high-scoring game with the defences. We're not sure. I'm just going to go for the 0-0 draw here. I think they're going to cancel.
So you've gone 0-0, yeah, the easy way out.
Yeah, I think that you can't really. There's not much between two sides either, so I think there's going to be a lot of cancelling now.
Yeah, I've gone 2-1 Wexford actually because I'm impressed with some of their signings of that, and they brought back Jack Doherty there. It was when was it announced? Yesterday, wasn't it? So that's good for them. Like, you know, they've got Connor English up front as well. Athlone are a bit more unknown in my opinion in terms of the players they have. They obviously have Darren Meenan, by the way, very experienced player, but a defeat would not be good for them because they're already bottom with no points.
Yeah.
And they might see Wexford as a game that they can win, basically, particularly at home.
I think if they have any chance of winning games in the first division, Wexford's that team. So, Wexford, Shamrock Rovers, the second team. So, I think the two of them, they'd be looking to get maximum points out of. And I'm just going to go for a draw. I can't see Wexford going down there and winning. And I can't see Athlone putting a few past Wexford. So, I'm just going to go 0-0.
I think if Wexford do beat them, Athlone are definitely in for a long, short season, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the first division, Cian. It'll be interesting to see where we get on there. So on to the Premier Division, and I'll start with, I suppose, the televised game, Dundalk and St. Patrick's Athletic. So it'll be interesting to see if you're biased there, or if you can separate your heart from your head, put it that way.
To be honest, there's awful lot of positivity coming out of Pats. Like everyone's upbeat. Like they had, let's say, a good lockdown in terms of the club itself. There was a lot of positive stuff, and I think that's gonna fade into the game. The players are looking well. The players are training hard. If the two new signings are available, so you know we don't know what to expect from the two new lads, but you know what you're gonna get out of Pats. You're gonna get a hard working side. You're gonna get a competitive team. I am thinking more the lines of a draw. I would look at a score draw, let's say 1-1. Reason being is because Pats, like I spoke about, have been training well, have been playing decent stuff. The new signings, the place is upbeat. It's a positive time to be a Pats fan, and I think a score draw up here would go a serious long way for the rest of the season and set us in good faith.
I'm a little bit more pessimistic. I've gone for Dundalk 2, St. Pat's 0. What score did you go for? Sorry, Cian?
1-1.
Come 1-1, yeah. So 2-0 Dundalk. I think Pats will do well for long periods in this game. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. It's on TV as well, in case anyone doesn't know. So, but I just think Dundalk's strength and power and some of the subs they can bring on Kolovic and Nathan if they're struggling a little bit on that. Extra bit of quality.
Dundalk have a superior side, but you know, I'm looking back as well, even last year when we went up there, we done well. We tend to actually play well up there. We tend to get a lot of the ball up in Oriel in the recent seasons. Now, the results probably haven't gone the way, but we tend to get the ball. But I think we're a lot more solid now. We've a lot more foundation there to work on, and that's why I'm gonna go for a draw. And it's not really being biased. I'm trying to look at the positivity side of it, like they're coming in, like Dundalk signing Macmillan stuff. We don't know what's going to happen. He's definitely not going to start. But you don't know his signing what way it's going to go. But even Pats, I know Georgie can't play on Friday, but I'm thinking like that's obviously going to give the dressing room a lift. Like you're seeing the delight in the fans, you're seeing you could hear the delight in Stephen O'Donnell about the signings, and you know, it's fantastic. It's a positive time. So I think if Pats went up there and got a draw, and like we don't have to get a draw. If we came out with a narrow defeat, I think it's very positive and it'll kick us on for the rest of the season. But it's crucial.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, 1-1 for you, 2-0 for me, Dundalk. Shamrock Rovers, Finn Harps.
Shamrock Rovers and Harps. I'm gonna go Shamrock Rovers. I'm gonna go 2-0 Rovers. I can't see them scoring an awful lot of goals because Harps don't leak an awful lot of goals. I think 2-0, comprehensive result, no messing, and I think that'll be the score.
Yeah, something similar. I've got 3-0, but kind of in a similar way to you. It's very hard to see Harps get anything from the game. Yeah. Don't think, as you say, they are sticky, but I don't think they're good enough to hold Shamrock Rovers out for 90 minutes, like with the movement and the quality. Rovers bring to the table. And a little bit like the Longford game earlier on, I do think if Rovers score reasonably early, they might get another goal or two there too. But kind of a 3-0 without being easy, if you understand what I mean, because Finn Harps are never easy to play against. And it's very hard to see. If Harps get a goal, I'd be surprised, put it that way. Like, I just can't see them having enough creativity. I don't think Barry McNamee's available either, so that's something to look out for. Cork City and Bohemians, I think it's on Sunday, actually.
Yes, Sunday. That's going to be. I'm actually really looking forward to that game. Other than the Pats game on Friday night, I think that this game is really, really good. Cork a little bit upbeat after the signing and stuff like that. The loan signings coming back. I think a lot of positivity again down there. Starting off, Neil knows exactly what he's doing, and he kind of has the backing of fans. You know, fans kind of tend to like him, so I think they're going to give him a chance now. Obviously, they had a poor start to the season, so they be going down there. They want their tails up, and they want to start winning down on turners again. So I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Now, that's not disrespect Paddy Bowles or anything. Turner's Cross is going to be a hard place to go. Fans or no fans. I think a draw for Bowles would be a good result down there in the first game back. And I think I'm going to go for a draw.
You're going for a draw. I've gone for... I actually was very close to a draw. I just went Bowles 1-0. Just to, literally kind of a game where they nick it and get up back to Dublin and are delighted with the 3 points. But if Cork do, say, get a comfortable beating in this match, I think you're looking at Cork and going, they're in big trouble, aren't they?
Yeah.
Huge match for them in that sense.
Yeah, it's the first week back in the season. Every club wants to win the first game back. Not every club will win the first game back, but I think if any team, now never mind Cork, if any team survives a beating, let's say, it'll be a good result for anyone like going in, you know. And I think I can't see Cork getting a hammering down there. I think they'll play well now. They're gonna have to. They've 14 games left. They're basically screwed. So I think I think they will go and they will play. Neil has them playing a decent brand of football. Like, you know, they're playing ball. They're creating a couple of chances. They weren't necessarily scoring them though. That was the problem. But I think they'll create a few, and I'm going to say a draw, and that'll put them in good favour the rest of the season.
Yeah, so you're going for a draw, and you said, what score, sorry, Keane, again?
Oh.
Yeah, and I went 1-0 Bowles. So where are we now? We're on to Shells and Waterford FC at Tolka Park. What have you done here?
Over the Shells win. Yeah. Now, like we spoke about the other day, I said Waterford are going to be in big trouble, and after we said that, they went on and signed these players, and Michael O'Connor's back. So, you know, it's positive for Waterford fans, and, you know, they're a club that deserve to be in this division. There's no doubt. Waterford will go up there, and they will have their tails up. First game, new manager. We don't know what way he's going to set up. We don't know what way he's going to play. I've seen a couple of games, but they've kind of changed the systems and changed the styles in them games. So you can never really tell in friendlies in any way. So I'm looking forward to watching it. I think that game is Saturday. So I'm gonna watch that on the stream, and I'm looking forward to that. But I'm gonna say a 1-0 Shells. It's gonna be tight. Waterford are always a hard side, but I'm gonna go Shells 1-0.
Yeah, this is our first actual match and result. I've gone for Shells 1-0 as well. Like you say, I still think there's a bit of unknown about Waterford because we don't know what tactics or system Sheridan implements. That could be an advantage as well, but there's still a bit. As we speak, they haven't brought in a defender. They've brought in a young central defender. Looks like he's coming in. Can't remember his name. I have to check that one out again. But you know, he's inexperienced and that. But Sam Bowen was playing the friendly centre back. I think it's Brain. It didn't work very well and that. So they're still going to be light in that sense. Shelburne, we know what they're like. We know their players. We know their system. Morris has it really ingrained into their heads what way they want to play. So in that sense, Shelburne, I think if Shelburne don't win the game, they'll be very disappointed in that sense. Like, so, you know.
Especially being at home. Like I says, the first game back, every fan, every player, every coach, everybody wants to win that first game back. Unfortunately, only one team can win it. But I do think Shells would be disappointed if they didn't come out with the 3 points.
I think so. Brandywell, Derry City and Sligo Rovers. This is an interesting one, I think.
Yeah, this is the first game back, so I think Like it's a tough one to call. At one stage last week, Derry looked like they were in limbo. But I think Devine done the right thing. He came out, he had a chat, and he put everybody straight. And I think, you know what, I respect the man to do that. He didn't have to do that. But I think Derry fans now are upbeat again. It's mad how things change in a matter of days. Like, people were really worried about Derry. And then a couple of the 2 new sign and stuff like that. You know, it just swings so quickly in this league. Like, you can't really get too down and out about a team because the next day they'll go off and they'll do something, you know. But I am leaning towards a draw again. I know my results are very boring, but you know, you can't separate Derry and Sligo. I can't at the minute. It's unknown what the players are like, what they're gonna come in at. I think Sligo we know a little bit more about. We know how they're gonna play, and I'm gonna go for Bucko on this one. I'm gonna go for a nice draw, and I think Sligo will definitely go back down to Sligo delighted with that.
Yeah. What draw? Where you go? What score are you going with, sorry, King?
I'm gonna go for a 0-0 draw. I can't
Draw.
I can't see Sligo scoring. Now, it could be wrong. They could go out and bang them in now. But I'm not sure on Derry now. I haven't. We've seen them play, but we haven't seen them. We haven't seen them properly. I'm looking forward to seeing them play, obviously, because we've the Pats game on Monday night. So I'm looking forward to that now and seeing what way they set up, especially for that, and see the new signings, etc.
Yeah, I've actually gone for a draw as well, and a lot of your theory I've kind of stuck with, to be honest, as well. I've gone 1-1 though, but Junior can't play, of course, for Sligo, which would have added a bit of tension, I'd say, if he was to play. Of course, there's no fans in that as well, but at the same time, yeah, Sligo needs something because there's no points so far, and I just think they'll go up there, and I think things are looking up for Sligo. I think they'll be tough to beat. I think Coughlin has been in good form in pre-season. Derry, yeah, you're right. Declan Devine coming out, I think he done the right thing for the fans and doing what he did, and I applaud him for that, to be honest with you.
Declan's a dirty man through and through. He loves the club. He'll never do anything to disrespect the club. You know, he's a manager I admire a lot for what he does. You know, I think Derry are great at getting the Kenny Shields, getting the Declan Devines because they love the club. They know what the club is about. They know the ethos, and they stand the club in good faith. And I think Declan is the man. I do hope he stays because I like Declan personally. He's a nice fella, and I think Derry are a lot better with him in there. And I think the success proves that over the years with the managers from Derry that know the club, stuff like that. I think they need someone like that. But like I says, Sligo Junior can play a little bit of a blow, but I'm looking at other players there, and you know, Sligo, we can't underestimate them. Yet they've no points. But look, they only played a couple of games.
They're better than that, though.
Like
Better. Yeah.
at one stage, I remember going back a couple of years now, but when Pats won the league, we were down the bottom of the table. I think we only had a couple of points out of the first few games, and people were looking at us in the same way. But I do think Sligo have a good squad. They have they have solid players, and that's why I'm gonna nick them. Like a draw would be a positive result. That's why I'm saying nicking them for a positive result. I think a draw would be great. Sligo go back down there, point on the board, set them on for next week. But yeah, I'd love to see Sligo get a draw out of it.
And the other hand as well, I'm still not sure about Derry, some of their signings, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hammond, we don't know, might do well.
Last year, Parkhouse, we never knew what they were like, you know. All these players that come, they're kind of a gamble. And I think, you know, Derry, they know Declan knows exactly what he's bringing in. And I give him time, give the lads time. It's only 13 games. It's going to be hard to showcase what you're about 14 games. But I think if they can just consolidate that position now, I did tip them to be chasing Pats for fourth. I still think they will be up there. Declan's not a sinking ship, no doubt. He'll run the toy ship there, and they will be battling. So I think Monday night's game as well, which we probably speak about as well, is going to be a big one. And you know, especially for Derry alone, I think like if they can get a positive result, I think a draw will be a positive result after the lockdown they've had. It'll set them in now for Monday against the game with Pats.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Look, guys, like, subscribe, and I suppose we'll see you on Monday. We'll be back on Monday. We'll review the games basically, and we'll talk about I think there's a couple of games during the week you touched on there. I think there's a couple more, isn't there, as well?
Yeah, there's a
We'll
couple
look
more.
into them.
We'll speak about them on Sunday when we're recording this on Monday.
Exactly. So we'll leave it there, guys, and we'll see you on Monday. Good luck now. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.